Happy New Year! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am the two-time, the Boxing Award-winning boxer. And today, we are going to tidy up a couple of things that I forgot in the last video. Well, felt like it was getting too long, and I didn't want to do, like, everything. So first, going to Fable. Mission: Return a frying pan to the wife of a monk. Wow, thank you! You came all the way back just to return that? Here, let me give you a little something in return. I'm sure you can find a use for it. Obtain knife. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just tell that husband of mine to hurry up and get himself back to fighting strength. All we can do now is pray for Yang's rapid recovery. It's hard to feel down talking to someone as cheerful as her. A well-maintained blade. This I can use. Yang and his wife are two truly wonderful people. Now, on the Super Nintendo version, it was called the Spoon Dart. Like, it just came up as Spoon. And I loved that. Like that quote from the beginning with Tella saying, "Use Spoony Bar to Edward." Oh, I loved throwing the Spoon Dart. Because it's so OP. It's like 9,999 damage. And I would have loved to have kept that mistranslation in there. Just so you can say that, like, imagine killing the final boss with a spoon. Of all the things you can kill a boss with, you use a spoon, and it does, like, maximum damage, and it kills the final boss. It's little things like that I love in these games. Now, the second thing we're going to tie up here, before we finally do head to the moon, we are going to go seek out the former king that Cagnazzo killed before taking over and disguising himself. Because if you remember, we came here earlier, and he said we had to go to the land of the Eidolons. And we've done that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come see him. And let's see what happens. You've come at last. Your Majesty. Do not look upon me with such sadness, Cecil. The fiend slew me, yes, and robbed me of my earthen vessel. But my mind lives on, now and for eternity. I am an Eidolon now, and I would aid you. Should the summoner who accompanies you wish to call upon it, my blade is ever yours. But the code dictates that I must first test you and your strength, and so I shall. Now I've put Rydia and Edge on Thundaga and Blitz. Because I remember Odin being weak against lightning or thunder. And he is. 2485. Yeah, I want to... Yeah, I need Rhoda to use a strong cure spell, so... And I don't like where this is going with Odin. So I hope this kills him. Oh shit. Okay, good. Settles. Wait, got him. $16,000 gil. A dead king who you fight as an Eidolon. Has 16, basically the Final Fantasy version of 16 grand on him? Rydia gains the level. Owen as strong as you are valiant, the future of Faerûn, know the world itself rests in good hands. I pray that I might help protect that world with you. My niche. Rydia learned Odin. Watch over me, my liege, as you always have. Please, Your Majesty, help us in our fight. I can learn a thing or two from his swordsmanship. Your Majesty, you will ever be our king. Yeah, so, how was everyone's Christmas? And if you don't celebrate Christmas, feel free to tell me about what you do celebrate. If you celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or something else entirely, please feel free to tell me about that too. I would like to hear about it. And this is actually my second time recording because my microphone volume was so bad. Even though I know I don't talk a lot at certain points, it's like there was a lot of dialogue that did not get recorded. So this is my second go around doing this one. And I had some battle trouble, so I'm really hoping this does not screw me over a whole lot. First things first, we did have a big fight. Let's rest. So let's get some rest. I do plan on this one being a bit of a shorter episode, though. Because I know last week's was, longer than I usually make it, because it was Christmas and I wanted to give a little bit extra into my episode. Now, first things first. there's a certain... here we go. If you'll remember, I did a lot of searching for some residents of the Feymarch. One of them is supposed to be here. Rydia, you really startled me. What are you doing here? Your friend's worried about you. She said you went off on a trip, but never came back. Oh, I see. Sorry for all the trouble. I wandered around until I ended up here. It was so much fun singing with the gang here, I guess I just lost track of time. Well, I can see how that could happen. I know, right? It was so much fun. We'll have to do it again sometime. Bye, everyone! What are these creatures doing here? Who are these creatures? Mercy, please. I can't take any more of this incessant coming. So many of them, and all in one place. So let's see. Yes, this is the store. The items I want, I can technically afford, but not enough that would make a difference to me. So I'll come back to this, but when I have more money or more gil to spend on the items. And now we're off to the races. Let's see what we have here. So this is the moon. Why does being here make me feel this way? Incredible! To the moon in the blink of an eye. Away from way out here, our planet looks perfectly round. Really? Around the moon. The same moon we see sometimes in the sky. Strange. This place feels almost familiar. Who could have imagined there was life on the moon? What's up with all these disgusting monsters up here? It's quiet. Eerily so. So I am going to change my auto battle group commands. We obtained an ether from that battle. I like ethers. Pretty much anything that restores MP. Okay, so there we go. Obtained golden apple. Enemy ambush. Cecil did take quite a bit of damage and got poisoned in this battle, so let's heal him up. And let's cure him up. And let's keep going, folks. And we got a lunar curtain out of that battle. Now, let's see how it goes here. Obtained Stardust. Obtained Lunar Curtain. And we got a high potion in that battle. Lunar Tunnel West map complete. Obtained 3 sirens. So the Stardust in one of those chests. We actually won another Stardust in that one. If you remember back to when we had Palamon Port, they had the twin. So the twins had Twin Cast, and one of the 2 spells was Stardust, and it's Comet, which is what Stardust does, and it's kind of like a and it's basically a weaker version of Meteor. Ooh, right. Ed was poisoned. I forgot to heal him. And let's clear everybody up. It's like, why is he flashing red? Like, oh. And of course I would forget to heal up Rosa this time. So for shits and giggles I use Odin in this battle. And if I remember, I'll put in the animation. Lunar Cave East. Completed. Obtained 3 sirens. So, Crystal Room music. MP restored. At last, you've arrived. Who are you? I am Fusoya, and I am charged with watching over the slumber of the Lunarians. Lunarians? Yes, we the people of the moon. Long ago, the world that lay between the Red Planet and the Great Behemoth stood at the verge of destruction, both terrible and complete. The last survivors of that devastation boarded a ship and escaped to the Blue Planet. Blue Planet? The one that you call home. But your planet was still in the midst of its evolution, you see. And so the travelers created a second moon for the planet, and there they settled into a long and quiet slumber. And they are the ones you call the Lunarians. Indeed. But there was one among us who was loath to sleep. He thought it fit that we should simply raise all existing life on the Blue Planet and claim it as our own. That's horrible. Yes. And so I used my powers to force him into hibernation with the others. But as he slept, his will grew stronger and took on a consciousness all its own. It reached out to men with tainted hearts on your planet, twisting them into beings yet darker still. And through them, he began to gather the crystals. So he was manipulating Golbez. Does this guy have a name? His name is Zemus. The crystals function as a source of energy, you see. I fear he has gathered them in order to activate the tower, the interdimensional elevator within the Tower of Babel. With it, he will be able to transport the giant of Babel to your planet and use it to extinguish all life there. Oh no! But do not be mistaken. His will is not
that of all we Lunarians. The rest of us have been waiting quietly for your planet's people to progress to such a point that we might treat with one another as equals. But we wait and sleep, dreaming of that day. And the lunar whale, where did it come from? Ah, the ship. My younger brother Kluya built that vessel long ago, and it flew to the blue planet. He took with him several of our secrets, such as the ones employed in your Devil's Road and in airships, a gift to your people. Kluya was fascinated by your planet and wished to know more of it. And while he was there, he fell in love with a woman of your planet. She later bore him 2 children. One of them was you. What? Me? Then that voice I heard at Mount Ordeal was the spirit of your father. Indeed, you are the very image of Kluya in his youth. So it was my father. He vested you with his power so that you might prevent Zemus's plot from coming to fruition. Zemus must be stopped, for your planet's sake and for that of my people as well. We must hurry to the Tower of Babel near Ablan. The tower is protected by some kind of barrier now. There's no way in. I should be able to bypass the barrier. We must not let the giant of Babel be unleashed upon your world. The Lunarian Fusoya joined the party. My father, a Lunarian, and that voice on Mount Ordeals. Would that you could see the fine man your son has become, Kluya. Then Cecil's father lived here once, didn't he? Wow, I thought he was a bit odd, but half Lunarian? Cecil, who could have known how weighty a destiny you bore? Let's click the abilities, let's... Yeah, let's give him the bless command. But no, actually, no, keep in mind, I'll give him... I'll give him Fira as well, for Fire 2. There we go. And let's get back to... And I screwed up, so... Let's get those 2 up and running. And it's this that's supposed to be Fira. There you go. And let's get to... Edge gained a level, and we got a lunar curtain out of that battle. Now that Esna went out to heal up Rydia, and there. Everyone's at full health. Let's get back to the big whale, folks.
Another Stardust, folks. In we go. And of course, rest of the night. Now, as is the case with many RPGs, the story is actually set, so I feel like one of the major gripes about RPGs is about how you can take as long as you want to do things. So, like, you could go back right away, or you could go into a cave and grind for hours, which I may well wind up doing because of how the monsters have been over here, so I'm going to call it an episode here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me, and Happy New Year. I hope you were able to overcome much of 2020. And until next time, folks. Bye, everybody.